In today's task, we're going to be creating an interactive calendar using Scratch. I started out by going into Google and I found a background scene that I can use. I've also gone and done a search for an image like a gift. You're going to need quite a few of these. So you're going to need to come up with some ideas of maybe images that might be behind each window of your calendar. So once I've saved both of those to my desktop, I'm going to need to open up Scratch. And I'm going to create myself a new document. The first thing that I'm going to do when I'm starting my calendar is I'm going to delete the Scratch cat. So I'm going to control and click or right click on the cat and I'm going to delete him, and you'll see that he disappears from the sprite window at the bottom as well. And if you want to change the background, then what you need to do is first of all make sure you've got the stage selected, and we're going to make sure we've got the backgrounds tab open. We're going to click on the import button and we're going to choose our background scene. You might need to click on the desktop button first to make sure you're in the right place, and then click on OK. I'm going to delete my old background because I don't need that anymore, and you should be ready now to put in your image. Now the first image we need to import as a sprite. So near where it says new sprite, I'm going to click on the middle button that's got a picture of a folder, and I'm going to choose again from the desktop my first image. Now this image is far too big, so I'm going to use the shrink sprite command, and I'm going to keep clicking until it's shrunk to about the size that I want it to be. I'm going to keep going, there we go. If I click off, and then I can position that sprite somewhere on my scene. Now once I've got my image in, I want to put a window over the top for me to click on that's going to hide the image to start off with. So just to do that, I'm going to, where it says new sprite again, I'm going to paint a new sprite this time. I'm going to draw a box. I'm going to start off by drawing the outline of a box. I'm going to use the fill tool to fill it, and I'm going to add a number to the middle of the box, like so. Now you can change the font and change the size if you want. I think what I might do is just make that a little bit bigger. And then put it in the center of the box like so. I might also want to click on the set costume center just to make sure that the center of the box is the center of the sprite, and then I can click on OK, and you can see I've got a box. It's a bit too small at the minute, so I'm going to use the grow tool this time, but equally you might want to use the shrink tool to hide that. Now once you've got those two sprites created, we're going to now make the second sprite disappear when we click on it. So first of all, I'm going to make sure the second sprite is created and that we've got the scripts tab open. I'm then going to use the block when sprite 2 is clicked, and I'm going to basically say Luke's, and then I'm going to choose hide. So when it's clicked, I want it to hide. So when I run the game now, you can see that when you click it, it disappears to reveal what's underneath. Now, obviously, if I stop that, that sprite's not going to show itself again. So we need to make sure that we create a flowchart that when the game is started, we want to show sprite 2. So now when we click on the green flag, it'll appear. When I click on the box, it disappears. Okay, so once we've got that done, you might want to experiment a little bit with some of the other blocks. So as an extension task, I'm going to ask you to maybe try and make the animation a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to start off by looking at the Luke section. Now, one of the options, because not all of these are going to be relevant, but one of the options is change size by. Now, if I make that a negative number, what it's going to do is make sprite 2 smaller. Now I could also mix that up with a repeat loop and say repeat 10 times, change size by -10, and then hide. And so what happens then is when you click on it, it's going to reduce the box. As you saw then though, the box had already reduced from the last time that I'd run this. So we need to make sure that we also use a set size 2 option right at the beginning once the thing is displayed. So I'm going to change that to maybe 110%. I click that together. So now when I run it, you can see that it goes full size, and when I click on it, it reduces before it disappears. Now you can change the number of repeats, and you can change the change size by to see one, getting animation smoother, but also on getting it running quicker or slower. Now another option which you might want to have a look at the changing color effect. Now the change color effect, there's also some other options there as well, but the color effect means that we can actually get the box flashing different colors. Again, I'm going to use a repeat command, and I might do that 4 times. So I'm going to do that right at the start before it starts reducing down in size. When I click on start now, and I click on it though, you'll notice that you don't really see all the colours. It just seems to change to one colour. That's because the computer is completing those instructions so quickly that you can't really see the change that's happening. So I'm going to use a wait command and maybe make that 0.1 second just to slow things down so we can see the different colours. So here we go. When we click on it, you'll see it change colour and then reduce down in size. But have a look at the other blocks and see what you can do. Add more small images in and see if we can make a full 25-day calendar.